Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on DJ Fatboy Slim, and through his song Praise You, we looked at letting the other person know how amazing they are. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're going from there to 2011 in Sydney, Australia. These guys are already quite big on social media. But when Luke Hemmings, Michael Clifford, Colin Hood and Ashwin Irwin were asked by One Direction to support them on the Australian leg of their career, they did not look back at that point. And since then, 10 million albums sold, 2 million tickets and 7 billion streams. 5 Seconds of Summer, who we're talking about today, have not stopped. These guys are absolutely amazing. They were signed to Sony. Sony Records said, well, yeah. And they released in around 2011 Unplugged. This was an e-play, and this got to number 3 in Australia. And we got the official clip of Unpredictable below. Something good about, I think the unpredictability of love, the unpredictability of who's going to be there for you when you need them, and the unpredictability of human and life experiences. A pretty cool song, that one, official clip on that one. 2012 EP, Somewhere New. We got a live version this time of Out of My Limit. One of the things I love about this song is the title, and that is, hey, look, we're really going for it. Actually, we're going pretty good right now. We don't want to stop. And if we do stop, we're not going to be able to get our momentum back. So let's just keep going. We've never been to this place before. We never thought fame and success would be as big as this, but it absolutely is. So we just got to keep going and seeing what we are capable of. And certainly, as you'll see with some of these clips below, 5 Seconds of Summer have really got no limit in many ways. These guys obviously are a boy band, but this is a band that can play their own instruments and play them really well. We've also got some incredible harmonies and vocals happening at the same time. In 2014, She Looks So Perfect came out. This album was pretty big, number 1 in the UK, number 1 in Australia, and number one in many countries around the world. And their song Don't Stop became absolutely huge for these guys. We've got official and live clip of that one below. It's always good to get live versions in there because you see what these guys are like in action, and you can see just how the crowd really get into these guys. They are idol territory very well and truly, and they just really do command the stage whenever they perform. In 2014, we got a self-titled album, the first album, full release album that came out. This went to number 1 in the Billboard charts, number 1 in 13 countries, and in the top 10 albums in 26 countries. This song was absolutely massive for these guys. And, they really truly became superstars at this point. We got an official and live version of Amnesia below. There's some really cutting lines in this particular song. One line is, hey, if we didn't have something pretty special, if we didn't have something pretty good, why are you over me already? What a great question that one is. And one step further than that, hey, look, I'm obviously not over it. I still think what we did was pretty special. I wish I'd wake up with amnesia and just forget the whole thing. There's some really quite vulnerable lyrics, and this song pretty well, it being the last song on that album, pretty well shows off 5 Seconds of Summer and the musicianship these guys are capable of. And I think when you look at just starting with an acoustic picking guitar, you've got anybody showing, hey, we're up for a really good song here. And, when you watch the live clip in particular, the audience just know the words. That's Wembley Stadium, by the way. Look how many candles, look how many phones are there, just recording this particular concept. I don't know if this is based on life experience. It probably is in many, many ways, because you can't write a song like this one and not have it based on life experience. And I think we just got to always remember, particularly with relationships, when they do come to an end, all of the things, the emotional investment we put in, the intimate moments we share with each other, the fun and laugh that we've had with each other, there's a lot of things going on, and we don't want to limit or reduce the impact that a really, really good relationship has on us. Obviously, what would be even better would be for the relationship just to continue forever. Now, we know that relationships, they aren't so good, and we do tend to they do tend to end. But you know what? If you can try and get the culture right, communication right, intimacy right, not taking each other for granted, and all of those little things that you do, relationships can last. There's no shortage of love stories that have gone on for decades, and I think that's what we all want in relationships. We want things to last. We want that forever person, don't we? We want that person who we can just rely on and just know they're going to be for us as we're going to be there for them. So whatever we can do to not have this song come to light is pretty cool, because there's nothing more devastating than a relationship coming to an end, particularly when one person's still in there and the other person isn't. I think that can be pretty devastating. So let's do what we can to keep things going, keep that communication going, be affectionate to each other, be passionate with each other, and may the friendship of all things just blossom and grow. Let's never be sick of telling each other how much they mean to you. So I trust you will find that one encouraging. 2015, they headlined their own world tour, and that was a very successful concert tour indeed. And that, as it all came, sounds good, feels good. We've got an official clip of that one, and we got the official clip of She's Kind of Hot. It's a kind of pretty groovy song, that one. Now, these guys have been going pretty strongly since 2011. They were rising a crest of a wave all that time. They thought, hey, we need a bit of a break, and they had a 2-year break. Good on them for doing that, to get ready for an album which came out in 2018, Youngblood. So they didn't just have a rest, they wanted to write songs for their new album. Of course, these guys do write their own songs. It's pretty amazing. Youngblood got to #1 in Australia, #1 in the US, and #1 in Canada. It did really well all around the world. So we've got a clip of that one below. I'm not sure. I think it might be live. I didn't write live or official there. These guys, between 2014 and 2022, 5 studio albums, 8 EPs, 3 live albums, 28 singles, 31 music videos. Estimated sold around 10 million albums, including that 7 billion in streams and the 2 million in concert tickets. These guys have won APRA Awards, ARIA Awards, and BMI Awards. In fact, they've been nominated 157 times for awards, and around 78 of those. So these guys well and truly have been acknowledged by fans, the industry, pop rock, rock pop, pop punk, power pop, new wave. And these guys don't like to be limited to a genre. They like to shake things up, and then well and truly have done that one. Just go back to the song Amnesia, and you see that these guys really are very talented 4 guys indeed. And for Luke, Michael, Colin and Ashton to have this career for such a long time, which is actually still going, it's pretty cool. So the clips of those 7 clips in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Fatboy Slim. If you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections Your Music, or you've come back for another one, how fantastic to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to get on to a master film score writer. Some incredible scores this guy's been part of. John Williams. You cannot do this series like this one and not do this guy. So that's where we're going next time. So until then, and I'm sure there'll be a few clips. Bring back a few memories for some of us have been around in the 70s, 80s in particular. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.